We've got Mark on the Bobcat for the first time, and more rocks for the gabion baskets are being delivered. And there's plumbers working in the house again. The roofer was just here from Oak Hill, and he's going to come by after we had a chat about how all these different beams will get wrapped. He's going to come by and give me some good samples so that I know exactly what I'm getting into with putting metal roof on the siding. And right now we'll just get these rocks in place, and then I'll tell you about why. Mark is using the heat gun to secure the 40 flash onto the building like a champ. And I discovered after some chatting it out with Dennis, my roofing guy, that the heat gun will really help make this 40 flash stick well, because we did one on Saturday and it was so nice out and it didn't stick that great. So now we just did 3 windows and it is very pleasing to my sight. That's Brian and Mark. They're hanging outside the house, hanging this window that I just put in on this side, and they're finishing the outside, and then we're gonna do that one up. Good morning, it's Friday and I am on the job site. Behind me is Efren. He's going to dig 2 ditches, one for the electrical conduit to go from the ADU to the house, and one for the gas conduit to go from the ADU to the house. So we just heard from the electrician who's here doing the exterior panel that it's a little bit shorter of a run, so that's pretty awesome. Darren, you want to say hi for the camera?
Yeah.
That's Darren. He's my electrician, and he's a pretty badass electrician. He really gets it done pretty hard, but he's also slightly outraged at the design of the house with all of the big beams and all of my particular wants and needs. But he's awesome. I've used him before on a couple projects, and I trust him a lot, and he treats me very fairly, but he's also a little bit tiny, cantankerous.
Have to get the bigger size. Hopefully keep it down to 3 holes. Not chipper. Kind of bigger bit.
This is slightly hilarious. The gas company contracts out with a pipe company to bore the gas line from the street, which is right here, underneath the whole yard, all the way to over there, and that's where they're going to install the meter on the side of the house. But they're digging out all of the gravel that I just had shot into this area to backfill. It's just a little bit too ridiculous for me to watch. Once again, there's been a lapse in my camera work, and I don't know, I think just sometimes when you're doing the work, like physically it's really hard. You can't camera yourself while you're physically working all the time. We put in all those windows last week, and there was just no good vantage. But we have most of the windows in, and I'm just praying and crossing my fingers that Ty shows up today to install those big 3 windows that are in difficult places, because we can't do it ourselves. And so he said he would do it, and I'm just hoping that he actually does it. He also has a couple of other last pieces. It seems like framing never ends, But I guess it's just like there's all these details between drywall catches, which he was really good at, but there's a couple of insulation catches that kind of got overlooked. So I'm hoping that he comes back today and fixes that, as well as puts these bolts in that were anchored into the concrete last week, and he just has to install the actual hold down. So that's that today. Also today is Will and Sons. They're the excavator crew that did the demo and the dig out on this house, and they're coming back to install the dry well, which is really great, and we'll install the rain drains to lead to the dry well. And then Darren will probably be here today, the electrician, and his assistant Adam, and they will start pulling wire hopefully through the top floor of the house. They were here doing all the box outs yesterday, which means they placed all of the electrical boxes. And that was awesome and slightly stressful because there's just a lot of questions that come up when you're doing such detailed work this far ahead of the plans. You know, you really have to know, like, how many outlets do you want, and where do you want this light, and where do you want that, and there's just like endless questions that were overlooked or that were not thought of before. So it's just like 0 to 100 yesterday morning when he came on site, just being like, blah, 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 blah. What do you want this? What do you want that? What do you want? And you're just like, I don't know. I almost melted down. So we'll just see how today goes. Of course, it continues to rain, and there's really nothing I can do about that. Tom is back from episode 1 and 2. He's digging us a hole to put the dry well in. And the dry well is basically a big concrete cylinder that's 4 feet wide by 5 foot tall with holes in it. And we connect the rain drains, which carry the gutter water off the roof line, into this big hole. This is a dry well. It's a concrete cylinder with a bunch of holes. It weighs like 4,000 to 6,000 pounds. We're yet to know the exact weight. One person said 4, the other person said 6. We're pushing the limits of this bobcat, and they know that, so we'll see what we can do. Not looking good. It is Wednesday morning and it's slightly chaotic. I'm trying to leave on vacation for a week tonight, and basically a bunch of people showed up today when some of them, like the framers, were going to be here yesterday, and the drywall was supposed to go in yesterday, and then things just got delayed because of various reasons, and so now everybody's here today. The electrician's here, the framers, the excavator, the roofers were here and they left, and it's just it's just crazy. Excavator, dig out, framer, installing the window, other framer, back. These are the suction cups that they hold the windows with. It's 10:15 and the chaos continues. The framers are almost done with the windows. They've got the 2 on the sides done, and they're just flashing them. And they're going to put in this one, and that's the last of the hard windows. Efren is preparing these 2 windows to be installed, and the crane is just pulling up and getting ready to put the drywall in. Just for extra measure, Pyramid showed up today, despite not knowing they were coming, and he's going to just do a quick little wiring for the thermostat, which is good, but it just adds a little bit to the madness. Oh look, Mark's here.